financial and career success. Let me tell you something real, something most people never hear until it's too late. Every dream you have, every goal you're chasing, every version of the life you want to build, it's all standing on the other side of one truth. Nobody is coming to save you, but everybody is watching what you do next. And that pressure, that weight, that's not meant to break you. It's meant to build you. I've seen people with no connections, no degrees, no roadmap, no excuses. And I've seen people with every resource handed to them. You know who wins? The one who refuses to sit still. The one who refuses to wait for permission. The one who treats every day like the audition for the life they want. Financial and career success doesn't show up because you're talented. It shows up because you stayed consistent long after talent wasn't enough. Let me be real with you. Your money mindset is shaping your future long before your bank account does. Most people want wealth, but they think like the broke version of themselves. They want opportunity, but they act like the door is locked. They want success, but they keep talking themselves out of taking the first step. You've got to flip that script. You've got to start treating every skill you have like an asset, every failure like a lesson you paid tuition for, every challenge like a chance to grow your value. And your career, that's a story you're writing every single day, even on the days you don't feel like picking up the pen. You want to rise? Then you better be ready to outlearn, outperform, and outlast the person you were yesterday. Because the real competition isn't the person next to you. It's the version of you that keeps choosing comfort over progress. People ask me all the time, Damon, what's the secret? And I tell them the same thing I'm telling you right now. The secret is that there is no secret. There's discipline, there's sacrifice, there's the courage to show up when your circumstances tell you to sit down. It's waking up with the mindset of an investor, investing time, energy, focus, and belief into the future you're building. It's understanding that every late night, every early morning, every hard decision is a down payment on the life you want. Success is not a moment. It's not a lucky break. It's a series of small wins, small habits, small decisions that nobody sees until suddenly everybody sees everything you've built. And when you get there, when you finally taste the results, you realize it wasn't the money that changed your life. It was the person you became while chasing it. So I need you to ask yourself right now, are you working for your future or are you waiting for it? Are you building skills or making excuses? Are you choosing growth or choosing comfort? Because financial and career success doesn't come to the one who wants it the most. It comes to the one who prepares for it the longest. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. What you need is the courage to begin, the resilience to keep going, and the mindset to refuse the life that doesn't match your potential. You have everything it takes. Now the question is, are you ready to prove it? Financial and career success begins the moment you stop waiting for opportunities and start creating them through daily disciplined action, because too many people sit on the sidelines hoping life will hand them a perfect moment. They wait for clarity, for confidence, for resources, for someone to tell them they were ready, not realizing that readiness is built through motion, not hesitation. When you take that first uncomfortable step, even when the path isn't clear, you signal to life that you're serious about your future. That's when momentum starts to build, not because things magically get easier, but because your mindset starts shifting from I hope to I will. Every small action becomes proof that you're capable of taking charge of your own destiny. When you stop waiting, you begin discovering what you're made of. You learn that discipline is not a punishment. It's a strategy. It's the quiet agreement you make with yourself every single morning that you will show up, even if nobody claps, even if nobody notices, even if no reward is in sight. Discipline is what separates people who talk about success from the people who actually achieve it. It's what transforms your habits, sharpens your focus, and forces you to let go of distractions disguised as comfort. And once you start practicing it daily, you realize it's not about being perfect. It's about being committed, creating opportunities. Doesn't mean you have to invent something new or take wild risks. It means looking at what you have in your hands, your skills, your ideas, your experiences, and asking, how do I maximize this? It means reaching out to people instead of hoping they find you, learning new skills instead of waiting for someone to teach you, putting your work out into the world even if it scares you. The people who rise are the people who take imperfect action faster than others take perfect plans. They understand that failure isn't a dead end, it's data, feedback that helps you adjust and grow. Every choice you make, every habit you build, every hour you invest becomes a brick in the foundation of your future. The world doesn't give success to the most talented or the most gifted. It gives it to the most consistent. And when you choose consistency, something powerful starts to happen. Doors you didn't even know existed begin to open. Opportunities that seemed out of reach start moving towards you. People begin to notice your discipline, your hunger, your determination. But before any of that happens, you must make that internal shift, the decision to stop waiting for life to change and start being the force that changes it. Because once you understand that success is built by the actions you take today, not the chances you hope for tomorrow, you unlock a level of control over your life that most people never experience. Your mindset is your greatest investment. When you reshape how you think, you reshape what becomes possible for your future. Because everything you build starts internally long before it shows up in your results. Most people think success begins with strategy, money, or connections, but it begins with the story running in your own mind. If the voice inside you keeps telling you you're not ready, not smart enough, not capable, then every opportunity will feel bigger than you. But the moment you shift that internal narrative, even slightly, you start seeing doors where you once saw walls. You start recognizing chances where you once assumed limits. Your world expands because you expand. A powerful mindset isn't something you're born with. It's something you train. It's built in the moments. When you choose growth over excuses, when you choose curiosity over fear, when you choose action over paralysis. It's not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about believing you can handle whatever comes. When you teach your mind to look for solutions instead of problems, it responds by helping you navigate challenges that used to overwhelm you. When you shift from I can't to I'll figure it out, your brain literally rewires itself to support that belief. And suddenly the same obstacles that used to shut you down turn into opportunities to level up. Your mindset determines the standards you set for your life. If you think small, you act small. If you believe you're capable of more, you start moving like someone who expects more. You begin to say no to the things that drain you and yes to the things that build you. You stop tolerating environments that shrink you, and you place yourself in spaces where people push you higher. You stop chasing validation and start chasing growth. And every time you choose a higher standard, your future adjusts to match it. This shift affects your finances, your career, your relationships, your discipline, everything. People with a strong mindset don't wait for motivation. They create momentum. They don't allow temporary setbacks to define their identity. They understand that failure is part of the tuition you pay to earn wisdom. They know discomfort is not a sign to retreat, but a sign that growth is happening. They treat every experience, good or bad, as a building block. And because they think this way, they continue gaining value in the marketplace. Their skills grow, their confidence grows, their opportunities grow. Mindset shapes the risks you're willing to take. A limited mindset will convince you to stay where it's safe, even if safe is slowly suffocating your potential. A powerful mindset pushes you to make moves others avoid, not because you're reckless, but because you trust your ability to adapt, to learn, to evolve. The people who rise the fastest aren't always the most gifted. They were the ones who bet on themselves when no one else was willing to. They take small risks consistently, and those small risks compound into breakthroughs. When your mindset is strong, you start operating from possibility instead of limitation. You stop comparing yourself to others and focus on becoming the best version of yourself. You start seeing time as an asset, not something to waste. You recognize that every day you get is a chance to sharpen your edge, to refine your craft, to expand your value. You realize that success isn't random. It's built through choice, perspective, and belief. And the truth is, once you shift your mindset, everything in your life begins to shift with it. You approach challenges differently. You carry yourself differently. You speak differently. You make decisions differently. You start attracting opportunities because you become someone who is ready for them. You begin to create the kind of momentum that doesn't just move you forward. It pulls your future toward you with a force you can feel.